Well, dance plays a really big role in the life of this little liar. And here we see her standing up for her dreams, even when faced with doubters. Take a look.
You didn't stay to practice last night.
I was working.
Farron, I'm happy you're in my class. Truly. But you won't get to Alvin Ailey by being a dilettante.
Who says Alvin Ailey's the goal?
Isn't it?
You mean because I'm black? I was thinking more ABT.
I worry ABT might not be the right fit for a dancer like you. With your medical history? If ABT found out about
Whatever, Madam Jury.
scoliosis-
We'll have to see how that all plays out, though. But we could probably get a little scoop from our next guest, who is one of the stars of the much-talked-about upcoming series, Pretty Little Liars: Original Sin. So please say hello to actress, writer, poet, and a pretty big deal, if I do say so myself, people, Miss Zaria in the house. Well, technically not in the house. In the house via Zoom.
Yeah, my house, but your house.
Exactly. Well, yeah, this is technically my house because I never leave.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Because they don't throw me out, so I just stay. Well,
I love that.
listen, it's always a pleasure to see you, and you know this because I tell you this, and I told you this the last time you paid us a visit, because you were in the Oscar-winning short film Two Distant Strangers, and now you're part of the Pretty Little Liars universe, which I'm sure, as you know, is a massive deal because billboards everywhere. Around the corner up, it's like you're following me, but you're not. I am the stalker here between the two of us. Why are you the one following me around, Zaria?
Well, it's really funny, you know. I realized like the other day that one of the posters is like right outside of my very first apartment in LA, and then another huge one is on the same street that I used to go to my like 9-to-5 job. So I'm just a little bit in shock. I think I feel like you in that scenario where I'm like, I'm following me. It's exciting, but it's a bit daunting.
Yeah, I was like, now I know how people feel when I stalk them, because I was like, why is Zaria just like everywhere you go, like this face, like following you? Yeah, but no one's complaining when it's your face and your beautiful cast. But
thank you.
Audiences were so into Pretty Little Liars. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how big of a fan were you? 22, the original, not this your cast, but the original cast.
Of course. I was a level 10 fan. Like I read the books before the series. Like there's actually no other show or movie that I can say that for except for Pretty Little Liars. So I am just like everyone else in that excitement.
So you manifested this because you read the book before it became a series. Now your posters are behind your first apartment. Like, can you manifest something for me, Zaria?
Yeah, let's go. We should do it together.
Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you. So this one is called Original Sin. So what will it bring us? More lies, more mystery? I hear it's going to be a lot darker too. How and where does this fit into the Pretty Little Liars world?
Well, actually, I'd say it's a new world in the same universe. So it has this really strong female bond. It has, you know, stories from high school. And I think Pretty Little Liars throughout the years has always done a really good job of talking about today's now. And now we have a different today. So we have a different now. So I'm really excited for people to tune in to see how gritty and a bit scary it can be.
Gary, Zaria, losing your mic during an interview because my mic just fell off, so give me a second. No, you can come back to me. Is it back?
We can still hear you.
Oh, you can still hear me because I can't find it.
Hear you.
You can hear me? Oh my God, I don't need a mic. I'm a natural like boombox.
Yeah.
Because they're like, where's your mic, OG? I was like, I don't know where it went.
You're whispering. Right?
Okay, so let's talk about your character, because in the clip we showed, we know she's a ballerina.
Yes.
By the way, like, were you ever a ballerina? Because I saw that clip, I was like, woman, who is this? Like, your stance, your posture, everything like seems so ballerina-ish. Not that I've been one before, but look at that.
I did do a lot of, you know, a big part of Farron is how she holds herself and how she wants to appear to the world. So a lot of the research into my character for her was that. But I did have a little dance background in my belt. So that was helpful. And I had an amazing choreographer, Kelly Devine, and just the most supportive cast and crew. So I was just living the actor's dream, really.
Listen, here's the deal. Like, I was like, this girl had to have been a ballerina, but then knowing you, you probably like just woke up and just like, well, like, they're like, We need to be a ballerina, do it. I also know that aside from writing, you do your poetry, you do your acting, you do your everything, but I need to ask you this. Not that I want to add to your already packed schedule, but I know I've stalked you enough to know that you love fashion.
Love
right?
it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
as someone who sewed and designed her own prom dress, when are you going to be sewing and designing for the rest of us?
To be continued. We'll see when that opportunity comes. I love that. I love fashion. I was so excited to be wearing all vintage for the premiere of our show. I got this amazing archive from Lido, and I was just honored because our show pays so much homage to past art. And so that was kind of the theme that I went with. I wore vintage Mugler and Prada and vintage YSL jewels, and so I was really like going with the theme of it all. So it was really, really awesome. All of it is really fun.
Yeah, it is really fun. You know what's really fun? Me sending you my measurements just in case you decide to dabble.
Yeah. That's great.
Zaria, this
I'm
is another.
serious. Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know, because I don't know if you're messing with me.
No, I'm not messing with you. Let's
Okay,
figure it
because
out.
you know, if you were messing with me, just like that poster outside your old apartment, I'm gonna be outside your new apartment or your new house and be like, oh, gee, why are you here? I'm gonna have a measuring tape in my
I'll be like,
hand.
come on in.
Okay, I will. You know, as you know, I know you know that it's always a pleasure to see you. I know that you know that I'm so happy to see you glow and shine and share your talent with all of us and the rest of the world, because you're beautiful inside and out, and I can't wait to see you in person, because we've never met in person. I think you planned this. I know.
We have to figure that
I
out.
think it's you planned it. Like, keep her away for now till I'm sure I'm safe.
No,
But
never
listen,
that.
we're all going to be checking you out. Everyone at home, the first 3 episodes of Pretty Little Liars: Original Sin is this Thursday, July 28th on HBO Max. Thank you, Zaria. Good to see you.
Nice to see you. Bye.